Steven Universe is the property of Cartoon Network, Rebecca Sugar, and its respective owners. Any and all footage or images have been used for the sole purpose of critique or parody, and as such are protected under fair use. Please support the official release. Hey, how are you? I'm SliceofOtaku, and many of us would love for the Crystal Gems to add new members to their roster. The inclusion of Peridot, Lapis, and even Connie have surely impacted the Crystal Gems in rather interesting ways. So the possibility of adding even more to the mix is pretty exciting. But today, I want to talk about the inclusion of an original Crystal Gem member on the current day team, that member being Bismuth. Bismuth is a pretty cool character and could potentially contribute a lot to the Crystal Gem's effort with her abilities and smithing. But that's not the issue. Her desires and her mentality are. You see, on some levels, Rose failed Bismuth, and she did so even before the whole Breaking Point fiasco. Rose convinced Bismuth to join the rebellion by telling her that she could be whoever she wants to be on Earth. Instead of creating structures for homeworld elites to enjoy, she was able to create weapons for the rebellion's forces and her own enjoyment. The issue with this is her existence becomes dependent on conflict and warfare. She becomes unable to separate herself from the battle to the point where she actually craves it. When she learns that the war is over, she's overcome with sadness. But when she learns that Homeworld is still targeting the planet, she becomes happy. Happy that she can still have a chance to pursue the path she chose and face Homeworld once more. There's no way Rose couldn't see this coming. I mean, the rebellion was for freedom and separation from Homeworld, but that would never be possible for a gem like Bismuth with a newfound purpose so closely associated with Homeworld. But it seems like the contribution of Bismuth's weaponry was such an important asset to the war effort that Rose couldn't refuse it, even if it would cost Bismuth in the end. I mean, Bismuth's craftsmanship helped propel legends. The sword she forged for Rose Quartz is still remembered to this day by gems like Eyeball. The Crewniverse creates these sorts of troubled characters to provide a story that they feel needs to be told. I see Bismuth as a social commentary depicting the corporate establishment of warfare. War is profitable. There are always new weapons being developed. The escalation of weaponry is never ending because the desire for profit doesn't just stop. Certain weapons are so catastrophic that they could never actually be used without forsaking the entirety of the planet. But to this day, they're still being created. It's essentially a glorified pissing contest held between nations to elicit fear and establish dominance.
To show those up across who's boss.
Prior to her creation of Steven Universe, Rebecca Sugar was commonly known for her contributions to Adventure Time and its post-apocalyptic wonderland of a world, one destroyed by man by means of nuclear shower that radiated the Earth, driving humanity towards the brink of extinction. Both of these shows come to highlight the dangers associated with such advanced weaponry. Another example being the Cluster. Bismuth created the Breaking Point, a weapon specifically created to shatter gems. And if implemented, things wouldn't just stop there. Weapons would become even more lethal. There is always another level of lethality, and when it comes to war, when you introduce advanced weaponry, it does not remain in the hands of one side forever. If Homeworld had gotten their hands on this sort of technology, no amount of tears from Rose could have saved the rebellion. Removing Bismuth from this mentality could prove to be just as difficult as curing corruption. She would need a new reason to exist, one outside of Homeworld. As we've seen, she isn't a bad person and is one to stand for what she believes in, but is very much an extremist. This new laid-back version of the Crystal Gems may not suit her very well, and the general landscape of things right now probably won't support the return of Bismuth for a very long time. As much as I'd love to see the Crystal Gems suited up and ready for battle, I don't think it would be good for Bismuth in the long run. But let me know what you think. What do you think of Bismuth, and what would be an appropriate time to reintroduce her? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who likes Bismuth. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.